Hey guys, welcome back. I am in the process of sanding the Captain Phasma helmet, and while it's been going, I've also been running my new 3D printer like crazy. I don't know if I made a video on this yet, but I posted some photos, I think. I got a 3D printer. It's one of these DIY kit things where it comes as completely unassembled and you have to build it. And so far, it's had a few weird issues, but nothing I didn't kind of expect to happen. But anyway, while I've been doing the Phasma helmet, I got my first kind of successful print, which is this Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. This isn't something I modeled. I got this off of Thingiverse, or Thingiverse. I like Thingiverse more, but I hear everybody say Thingiverse, so I don't know which is the right way to say it. If you know, let me know in the comments or something. But anyway, this lightsaber comes in a whole bunch of pieces that have to be printed individually. So it gave me a lot of chance to test settings as I went through the steps of making this. Most of the parts were done with slight variations on my settings while I tried to figure out what works best. So I think I learned a lot just making this one piece. I'll probably do a Kylo Ren saber soon. Just for fun, just as I learn this. But I also have a heap of C-3PO pieces, new parts that I'm going to be testing here. I may get them done at Shapeways later if they don't come out the way I want here, but I think this is sufficient for some of the stuff I want to do. They're not really super detailed techie pieces. They're kind of, you'll see. I'm going to post them soon. So hopefully by this weekend I'll have at least some of them ready to go. But anyway, while we're here, let's take a quick look at this printer. I'll tell you about it. It is a GEEETech Prusa i3. It came from some kit in China. It was $270, I think, for the whole thing, which I didn't know printers were that cheap. So when I saw the price, I basically had to get it. A friend of mine said, "Hey, I got this printer, works great." Showed me all the stuff he's making, and I looked it up. And it's way less than I expected, so I kind of had to buy it. And it came in while I was working on the Jimmy Kimmel project, that C-3PO studio I did a few weeks back, so I didn't have a chance to build it. So I sat in my living room and I looked at it every day, but I couldn't start it until that project was done. So I built the thing. Overall, the build went pretty smooth. There are some little weird things, like their online tutorials don't show using the washers on some of these pieces, which they really should have washers, and it came with plenty of washers. When I got done, I had tons of washers left over, and then I found photos from the factory online, and sure enough, they put washers in all these places. So I've been slowly swapping them out and making sure they get the washers in the appropriate places. Another thing that was sort of a big deal are these rods here, and these two rods here are the wrong length. The ones that they sent me. So I ended up having to go to a metal supply place here in San Fernando Valley and having them cut some rods for me. And these work fine. They're a little bit cheaper metal than the rods that came with the kit. So they are sending me the correct rods. They they should show up any day now. But they did take care of the problem. I would say their customer service is very good, but it's a little slow. But they're very friendly with people who have issues. Another issue I had is once I got everything built, plugged it in, switched it on, and nothing happened. And I couldn't figure it out for like 3 days. I checked all over the place, asked questions online, couldn't figure it out. Checked my wiring about 100 times. All the wires I hooked up were right. But turned out that the wiring that they did on one of the actual connectors was reversed. So the wiring looked right on my end, matched the guides, the positive and negative were in the right place, but the positive and negative on the actual plug on the other side where it meets the motherboard, the main board, was backwards. So once I knew that and I switched the wiring on the other end, everything turned on and it worked. Trying to think what else. Had a bearing go out in this little pulley. Now I don't know if that's because I had something set. Maybe I had it too tight, or maybe it was a bad bearing. I don't know, but that was another thing. So I've had a few little fumbles here and there, but it seems to be printing all right now. I'm learning the settings, and it seems to be going smoothly. And overall, it seems good. If you're a person that is decent at fiddling with things and good at problem solving, I think a printer like this is great. The price is just a quarter of what you'd pay for a pre-assembled printer, and I learned a lot about how it works by putting it together. What else? I had to do one adjustment to the firmware as well, which is all new to me. Is uses Arduino programming, I guess, to run this thing. So you had to get the Arduino editor and get in there and adjust the firmware. It was really easy. Sounds more difficult than it was, and it was a little scary for me at first. Not scary, but you know what I mean. A little freaky. Not something I've done before. But once I did it, it was easy, and I would be comfortable making changes like that again. And yeah, overall it's pretty good. So yeah, new 3PO parts coming up soon. I don't think they're gonna fit anybody else's suits right now, so there's no point in me putting them online. But they will be for my new suit that I'm working on, and I can't wait to get rid of this suit that I've got now. I'm not gonna sell it, but I'm probably not gonna ever put it on again after I get my new one done, because it's gonna be so much better. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.